How's it going? This is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man. Ooh, let me get a little bit closer here. Um, Monday, May 25th, Memorial Day, 2020. That's to pay homage to all the fallen victims of the Corona-19, COVID-19, the doctors, nurses, paramedics, family members, people that work at the stores, different things like that. Yeah, it's sad. They're starting to open up the United States all over, everywhere, the beaches, stores, whatever. Just got to be careful, I guess. But this show here is to entertain, to educate, and to offend everybody on the planet at least once. I was watching where Biden, he said some joke, I don't know. See, like me, I'm not PC. I'll never be PC, so don't even ask me to be PC. I don't know what he really said. Just having water today. But you just can't fix stupid. Don't keep going on the news. Everything, talk about Biden, talk about Trump. Trump's playing golf. Okay, Trump's playing golf. Big deal, Biden made a stupid remark. Okay, big deal. You want to hear a stupid remark? I think Washington, D.C. reminds me of a candy bar. How come? It's 90% chocolate, 10% nuts. Oh my God, he said that? Good thing I'm not running for president or whatever, because the press would have a heyday. Today, though, I heard on the news where Russia and Brazil, it's just starting to take effect, the COVID-19 is starting to take effect in their country. And Russia's being weird, man, because I knew this shit was going to happen a long time ago. See, back in 1984, everybody heard 1984. That's when the very first personal computer came out, with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. And it sold for $666.66. The very first personal computer, you can look it up. And if you take this and you do the letters of the alphabet, you add 6 to each one, and then spell computer, and then add that up, it'll add up to 666. And this is what's crazy too, on May Day this year, it's the HR 6666. Take a look at that. That's where they can come into your house and force you to take an inoculation. But the last time they had things like not the World Trade Center, but the Twin Towers and stuff like that. Well, yeah, I guess it is the same, World Trade Center. Gee, what am I thinking? But anyway, they had indefinite detention. They passed a law about that. And that's freaking crazy. And this one right here, they passed a law that they can come into your house and inoculate you, give you a vaccine. Times are getting crazy, And, well, this is Memorial Weekend. Let's talk about the vets and different things like that, I'm a vet. And it's hard for me to understand why people commit suicide. I don't understand, never have, never will, Because most of us vets have never seen combat, ever, Less than 10% of them has actually seen combat, But a lot of them have PTSD. Okay, say for instance the Navy that was out there in the ocean, they were sitting there. The coronavirus was on the ship, COVID-19 supposedly present, And that's a stressful situation because there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing, not a damn thing, So that probably affects a lot of people's minds, and they don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, when you join the military, you belong to the government. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do to you, And there's not a damn thing you can do. You can't sue them, So see, even though those people were on that ship from the Navy, they could send a doctor over there, and they could inoculate each and every one of those guys. And if half of them died, they wouldn't care. There's nothing you could do. They'd pay the life insurance, the death benefits and stuff like that. That's as far as it'd go. But say, for instance, like the cruise, what's it called? Like Victoria Queen or whatever. I don't know what the hell they're called. Those big luxury cruise liners. They were sitting there on the shore too, okay? There's different laws. It's like a maritime law, and I don't know what's going on with that, because like one would say you can't sue us because we're on United States waters, And the United States will say, no, you can't sue us because you're on this luxury cruiser, And some of those guys are out there for 14 days or whatever. They got sick and stuff. But the maritime laws is crazy, I don't know if you saw that show with, what's his name? Tom Hanks? I can't even think of it. Like Captain Ron or Lieutenant Dan or what the hell, Major Payne. You know which one I'm talking about, but that's based on a true story. They were out there and they can't carry weapons because it's maritime law. They cannot have weapons aboard. I agree on some stuff and I disagree on others. But Somalis, I think it was Somalis, that got on these little speed ships and they went and took over that ship and they were going to kidnap the captain and, take whatever goods they had. They were pirates. But to me, they should allow those people to have like law rockets and get that little son of a bitches that are coming up. As soon as they get close enough, shoot them with a law rocket, sink the son of a bitches. But by maritime laws, they can't do that. So I don't know about the people that had the COVID-19 that are on those cruise ships, because as soon as you get into international waters, you can do whatever the hell you want, gamble, do drugs, whatever. Probably somebody that could have a ship as big as a Titanic out in the international waters, and they could make a meth lab as big as the Titanic, and they can't do anything about it because they have no jurisdiction, But I'm getting sidetracked here. But the military has no, you have no rights. When you're in the military, you belong to the military. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people have PTSD or whatever it's called. They get stressed out and, they're probably pretty scared on that ship. They thought they were going to die, and at least nowadays they have phones and stuff like that. You call your wife, your family or whatever, call ashore and see what's going on. Back in my day, you had no phones, It's crazy, crazy, crazy shit. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, today's a nice day. It's 70 degrees outside. People need to get out. You still should do your social distancing, I'm still a little bit worried about that shit. But go out and plant some flowers, plant some vegetables, plant a tree, plant something. Save the bees. A beautiful day out there. Beautiful day. And they opened the churches. As you know, I don't believe in religion. I believe in God. I know there's a God for a fact. I just don't believe in religion. Religion makes me laugh, and I can't believe how many people believe in it. You have the right. I have the right of free speech. You have the right of religion. But they wrote that in the Constitution. Oh, that's like the maritime laws. Our Constitution or whatever. It's maritime laws that are even further back than the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. They made those laws a long time ago, It's the same thing. Well, I'm still getting sidetracked. But religion, you need a fellowship, I guess. You need to see somebody. You need to talk to stuff like that. But don't let them take advantage of you. Don't let them brainwash you and stuff like that. Okay, speaking of brainwashing, let's go to the Mormons. I don't know why I'm doing this shit. Okay. That lady that supposedly killed her kids in Idaho, Rexburg, Idaho. Okay. At first, she was a member of the Mormon church, and more than likely, she was on psychotropic drugs, more than likely. I'm not saying she was, but more than likely. A lot of the Mormon people are, because I used to have a Mormon lady friend over here, and last time I seen her, she was in a lot of pain. She told me she was in a lot of pain. But she wanted to go down to Utah because the Utah would give her Oxycontin. And I didn't know she was on Oxycontin. And I didn't know until like about 6 months later she passed away from a drug overdose. I didn't know that. I thought maybe she found her boyfriend or whatever, and we never did stay in touch. And then for some reason, I just decided to look her name up on the computer, and she died. And more than likely, it was the guys from Utah gave her Oxycontin, the pharmacists and stuff like that. She took a drug overdose. But a lot of them are on those drugs. But anyway, don't get like a religious fanatic, People, like even the Mormon church, they have a lot of splinters, branches, or whatever. off that, like Warren Jeffs. I think Warren Jeff was a LDS fundamentalist, I think they're called. I don't know. But for some reason, they join the Mormon church. They don't like it. They branch off. They start their own religion, just like the Mormons, but they make their own rules and shit like that. It's like the Mormons. Mormons make up their own rules, all the time. All the time. I can't believe how many people fall for that bullshit. But like about 2 years ago, there's a little girl went up there to do her testimony in church. She's like 11, 12 years old. She went up there, and she said she was a lesbian. She already said at the age of 12 she was a lesbian. She knew she was one. Same-sex attraction. And as soon as some of the guys in the church heard that she was up there, they unplugged the mic. We can't have that. No way, man. See, I don't understand gayism. I don't understand it. I don't know. But, they unplugged it. And now, since the laws have passed that they have the rights, the church brings them in because they have the 501(c). And if they don't allow gays and stuff like that in their church, they take away their 501(c), and then they'll have to pay taxes on the money that they receive. But most churches are businesses. They're businesses. They're not churches, And that's all they're there for is a 501(c). Like if you take, like the other day I said, what's his name? John, whatever the hell his name is. Frick, I can't remember. But anyway, you take away the money that they're giving those ministers and stuff like that. Give them like $25,000 a year and say, okay, this is all you get. You only get $25,000 a year. And all those people will quit doing that, because they're making a fortune being a minister and stuff like that. They're making big money, big money. John Hagee, that's his name. John Hagee. Give him $25,000 a year and see how long he's going to stay ministering, Same with the dude with the big old jet. He bought him a jet for like $8 million and had it for like 6 or 8 months and then got rid of it and got him another jet for $24 million. Said, God said I need to have this. So he spent $24 million of tithing money to buy him a jet because God said he had to have one, And people keep giving him money, It's like, what the hell, people? You're crazy. It's like the people at the Mormon church, they make billions and billions and billions of dollars, And the higher ups, they have a lot of money, They're getting paid to do that. If you only pay them like $20,000 a year, they wouldn't do it. But a lot of people get out, or what do they call breaking ranks or whatever. But if you watch Mormon stories, watch Mormon stories. Those are good ones. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to this man or any other man. These are the actual people that are in Mormon church that got out. And her last name's the same as mine, Rector, Rector. Look up Mormon stories, Rector. And she's rubbed elbows with all the prophets, in the last 50 years. She's about 60 years old, but she's known each one of them personally because her dad was high up in the church, and same with her husband, And both of those guys are dead. She broke ranks and she got out because she knew it was fucked up. But she'll tell you about the second anointing and shit like that from the inside view, And religion's just bullshit, man, just bullshit. And thing about. Okay, this is Memorial Weekend. I shouldn't be talking about that, but the fallen soldiers. Okay, not just the soldiers. Okay, people, the doctors, the nurses, the paramedics, and stuff like that. Okay, some of them got the disease and they died. Okay, I do actually feel sorry for them, but the thing is, that's the job they chose. They wanted to be a doctor. They wanted to be a nurse. They wanted to be a paramedic. That's the job they chose, and this is what happened. It was an accident, but it did happen. Supposedly it was an accident. It did happen, okay? That's the job they chose. That's just like a soldier. A soldier could get killed. That's the job he choose. Police officer, fireman, they die. But the thing is, people don't realize this. The truck drivers are dying every day out on the roads. There's an accident every day. Somebody dies. And we never think about those guys, We never think about the truck drivers. But they die every day, and we need to pay homage to the truck drivers, This world is just getting too crazy too. But we've always heard about drug addicts, say an 8-ball of cocaine or an 8-ball of meth or an 8-ball of heroin. If you don't know what an 8-ball is, it's an eighth of an ounce, okay, to educate you guys a little bit. Okay, we've heard about people getting in an argument over a little bit of drugs, getting in an argument about killing themselves. Okay. But now they get in an argument about 8 rolls of toilet paper. They're beating each other up over toilet paper, bad. So that's how bad this world's getting. It's crazy, crazy. But I don't know what to say. There's no stopping it. Thing is that we need to fix something, man. We have to fix something. We just can't put up with this shit any longer. We're very, very wasteful. All of us, all Americans are very wasteful. We all came short of the glory of God too. We're all sinners. We all need to just try to straighten up a little bit. Like back in the '90s, Limp Bizkit had a song that said "break something." We need to say something like "fix something." We need to fix something today instead of throwing it away. Try to fix it, recycle it, do something. But we can't go back to the same bullshit that we had. Times are never going to be the same. Like I say, the guys now are more feminine than the women, and the women are brutal. They want to beat up people. They have tattoos and they want to kick people's ass. It shouldn't be like that. But in one of these days, 300 years from now, everybody's going to be androgynous. Nobody's going to care. You can't tell if it's male or female. You won't know. You won't have a clue who it is, what sex they are. That's going to be the norm. But today is a nice day. I went out and did a little bit of garden work and stuff like that. I'm going to go out again. But I just wanted to do this and pay homage to the fallen victims. It's sad. There's going to be more. And, I was talking about Russia. That's what I was talking about. I forgot about that bullshit. Okay, Russia, you can't go anywhere. You can't go more than 100 feet out of your house, not unless they use a cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. They'll send you a UPC code, like a code. Okay, what the hell is that? Let's see if I can get one of those. Okay, this is what's too weird. All these codes right here, I don't know about the codes that they sent them. Every one of these codes on all the products, it's 666. They start with a 6, end with a 6, and has a 6 in the middle. I don't know if you knew that, but everything that you buy in a store, it has 666. Starts with a code, has a 6 in the middle, and ends with a 6. And I heard today on the news that Russia will send you a code on your phone, and you have to fill out where you're going, blah, 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 and if they'll give you permission or not. And then when you're going, they're going to stop you. They're going to scan that and see if you're okay to go. See, that's like 1984, like I was talking earlier. And I'd like to see those codes, see if it's 666, because it's all in plain sight. People don't know it. It's all in plain sight. Like I said, you do the alphabet. That's not in plain sight. That's just the code. You have to learn that. But the UPC codes, if you know how to read it, HR 6666, that. The Bill Gates, it's 2020 060606. Look that one up. So that one there, they can track you everywhere. That's just like what Russia's doing right now. No matter where you go in Russia, you have to have permission to leave. But I was always curious about that because they were always talking about the United States. See, we've got 4 more since yesterday, 4 more viruses since last week that I know of. So tomorrow they'll say it again. But here in the Mini-Cassia area, it's starting to go up. It's still going up. It hasn't got to the peak yet. It hasn't started tapering down. So we got, let me see, I think it's 24. I'm not for sure, but I think it is. But tomorrow they're going to say it again, how many they have. So we're still going up. And they're opening a lot of places, But yeah, they can track us no matter what. They've been tracking us. See, like I said, 1984, that was the very first year of personal computer. And that's like the movie 1984. They were already tracking us back then. The shit that they can do now, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. They don't need people to do the computer work to say where we're at. All they have to do is punch in our phones. And you say, well, I didn't give them permission. Yes, you did. When you go down the list of that shit that's like 4 pages long, you gave them permission to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do with that phone. And people, they can do a retina scan, and they go, no, I've never done a retina scan before. They have never done that to me. Have you ever talked on a phone like this? Have you ever talked to a phone on a phone like this? Okay, they got a camera. That camera right there takes a picture of you. They don't even have to ask. They can just do it whenever they want. But we're being tracked too. But Russia, at least they came out and told them, whenever you want to go somewhere, You have to get permission, type it in, tell them where you're going, what you're going to be doing, the route you're taking. If you're off route, that's what's too weird. If you're off route, you got one of those GPS tracking devices in your vehicle, they can shut you down. Just like on car bait or whatever it's called on TV, the ones that are pretty funny when people go steal cars. But they can do that. And it's going to be here pretty soon too, you know. There's no doubt in my mind. But yeah, we need to change our ways. We need to do something, you know, because the old way's not working. And the virus is going to come again, you know. It says that in the Bible. People may not believe it. I don't know what they teach those people that go to the, what's it called, the house of worship. I don't know what the fuck they teach those guys. But you can worship in an outhouse, you know. You don't have to be in a house of worship. God's everywhere, man. No matter what, God's everywhere. But, yeah, it's coming down. It's coming down to the nitty-gritty. And we had earthquakes and different things like that. Pestilence. Pretty soon it's going to be the meat. Oh, like where I live in Jerome, I think there was like 40 people in the meat packing company had coronavirus. You know, they need to tell you who has COVID-19. That's the thing. Coronavirus is the flu or the cold or whatever. Anybody can have that. You know, but they need to say that COVID-19. That's what they need to tell you. But we're still going up. We're still going up. We haven't started going down yet in Cassia County. But we were pretty low. You know, ours was down, you know, in the low teens for a long time. Now that they opened up everything, it's starting to go up. And it's the same with different states and stuff like that. They haven't peaked yet, so it might get worse. But just be prepared. Make sure you got food. Make sure you got toilet paper. Plant yourself a garden. You know, that's all you got to do. But this is Memorial Weekend. Pay homage to the vets. Be thankful. It's not just the vets. It's the truck drivers. It's the doctors, the nurses, paramedics, firefighters, police officers. You know what I'm saying? So be safe. God bless. Take care. And don't get too upset, you know. Just try to stay calm. Talk to you later. I can never shut this off because I can't see it.